Hey, Manish.
Yeah.
I need your help with something.
Okay, what's up?
Can you make me some chai?
But can't you make your own chai?
I want you to make it from scratch.
You make chai from, like, what do you mean from scratch?
Like, I want you to boil milk.
And water?
And water. And spices.
And tea and masala. And
Yes.
put it all together in sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Like here and now?
Like you used to make it at home. Or for the market.
It's been a while since we did that. Do we have any milk? I don't think so.
I can go to the store.
We could go and get some of these at the store. Is it just for yourself or for everybody else?
Let's do the office.
The whole office?
How about production, too?
If we do the whole office and we do the whole factory, then I gotta go to the Indian store to get a few things. Is that cool? That's gonna take like 2 hours, but it's your lucky day. I had my 12:30 cancel, so I could probably squeeze that in. Okay, that was an unexpected little surprise. I haven't done this in probably a decade. Let's put it all together and see if we can pull it off.
Sweet.
Good.
Let's get the AC going in the car.
Yeah, I think so. Oh my gosh.
When's the last time you made chai?
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the last time I made chai? That's an excellent question. I think I made some chai 5 years ago when I was making Indian breakfast at the house. Yes. It was during the pandemic. So I would say 2021. And prior to that, I made chai with my cousins in Chicago a couple of times too. That's about the size of it. It's been decades. Because why would I make chai, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. We have it always around. So from actual scratch, it's been a long time. And I will also say that when I did make that chai, I used our mix, right? So I used this stuff we already sell. I wasn't making it from like actual scratch from like tea and masala and all of that other stuff. So yeah, it's been a while.
Do your boys know how to make chai from scratch?
My boys know how to make tea from scratch. They do not know how to make chai from scratch. No. And again, why would they? They would just, although I don't even think they drink chai. Honestly, they drink lots of really good fancy tea because that's what they grew up with at the house. And now that you mention it, I can't believe I'm talking about this. I can't believe you got this on camera, but I never made chai for them. I've never made chai for my kids. Holy cow. Today on Dr. Phil, right? Or are we having a Maury Povich moment where I'm just like, no, I never made chai for my children. No, but that is a great question. They're mostly tea drinkers. Devak is all about the matcha right now, like all the kids are. And of course, he has a never-ending supply of matcha because his dad imports it in huge quantities. So that's where my kids are at. You know, the only time I've really had chai recently is with my cousins in Chicago, like I mentioned it, and at my mom's house. And the last time that was the case, it was when my cousins from Chicago were here and my mom made it for all of us. So and that wasn't that long ago, and the chai was delicious. Her chai was amazing. I drank 3 cups and then I was like shaking because I had so much caffeine. I took them to this is a true story. I took them to the airport and I was literally like having to keep from like speeding and getting a ticket because I was so amped up from all the chai that I drank.
And I imagine it's boiled for a really long time, right?
It is boiled. My mom does boil it for quite a bit. Yep. And she actually put sugar in it. Normally she doesn't even put sugar, but because it was kind of a fancy occasion, it was like this giant Indian breakfast, she did everything as she would want it, or we would want it. And it was pretty damn spectacular, honestly. Now I'm excited to make this because I think our masala, the masala mix that we make, is actually better than her chai masala. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Great. She's gonna watch this video and my inheritance is gonna evaporate like that because it's like, wait, what did you say? But yeah, no, I think our chai masala is superior to hers. And when we get all the rest of the stuff together, yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
I wonder if that's just because we have, industrial fine-tuned machinery as opposed to like the rolling pin crushing that you were mentioning the other day?
I think there is a certainty to that. I think because we're doing it on an industrial scale, I'm using more ingredients, and also we're always grinding and cutting, right? So everything is super fresh from when we're doing it. And my masala mix is different than hers. She's a little more cardamom forward, and I'm a little bit more balanced. So I am actually now very interested to see how this translates, because like I said, I've made chai in a bunch of years. This is gonna be good. I can't believe you got me to do this. I can't believe you got me to go to the Indian store in the middle of the day. But you know what? It'll be fun. Let's see what happens.
When I was mapping out our social content, we want to go around, you know, our tea features of the month. And I was like, you know, it would be a cool freaking video is Manish making chai from scratch.
In this particular case, we're going way down the rabbit hole. Not only chai on camera, but chai on camera for the entire team. And who is making chai today, right? Who is actually cooking chai, right? And so I think there's a certain sense of irony involved in all of this. So that's pretty special, I think. So yeah.
I think it'll be interesting for them to see and to taste, you know, the stovetop version versus the 300-gallon version that they already know.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. And I don't even know. So we've got several, a few new team members, and I'm not sure they've even tasted the chai. I don't know who's tasted what or where they're going with it, right? Yeah, that is also an interesting idea to see how it compares to our regular one and what everybody thinks.
It's going to be a fun, almost experiment, if you think about it.
It is an experiment. And especially if I blow the making of the chai. Like if I just fail because I haven't done it in so long. That could be a humbling experience. This is India Food and Gifts. It's actually the original store. It's the first store, one of the first stores that ever carried my chai back in '97. That's how old this store is. Isn't that funny that we're going back? And traditionally when we have chai in India, you have snacks with it, either sweet or savory. I don't know what I'm gonna find. I'm gonna go inside. I'm leaning savory right now, but we'll see what they have on stock. Good. So this will be the one. This is the snacks that I like. These are so good. Do you think Indians don't like chai? Look at this. That's all chai. That whole section. And at one time we were up there, but we don't do that anymore. This is pretty common. You would actually have these and then you would dip it in the thing. We could take one of these, the little ones. So I guess we should get the masala first. The masala is on this side of the building, and then we got to go next door to get the tea. And I'm sure that's going to increase lots of questions as to why there's no door in between two buildings, but we'll answer that another time. Joey, where's the masala? You have some here?
Yeah, we have some in here.
Okay. All right. Nothing like saying downwind from a bunch of chai masala. Thank you. I'm actually making chai for you guys from scratch.
In that case, I will help you out.
We won't need more than this.
Oh, yeah.
Time to go next door for tea. Lots of questions as to why we have two buildings next to each other without a door to go through them. It's only about $35,000 of structural engineering fees and construction, so we're just gonna walk. But we'll get our steps in, right? To maybe skip the gym. No cardio today. It is warm out here. Okay. Here it is, Assam CTC. We can talk about what that is on the way back. So when we make the chai in the big kettles, we don't actually use this tea. We use a different one because it works better in the kettles. But this is Assam CTC, which stands for crushed hair curl. And it's a little smaller leaf, but it really makes super strong chai, and it's really got great body and is perfect to pair up against all those spices. But I've actually never used this tea before. We use it for other applications, but not this. Should be fun. Okay, time to make chai. I've already got 4 cups of water boiling, but it looks like it's a little low, so I'm gonna add a bit more. Another cup. While this is getting up to speed,
We'll add the tea. Oh, it smells amazing. Somebody's not gonna sleep at night. That's probably gonna be me. So much caffeine in the afternoon. I think this will be less sweet than our regular chai that we make here. So I've got about 5 cups of water. I put in about 8 teaspoons of tea, 9 to 10 teaspoons of sugar. And then I'm gonna go with 6 of our masala. 5 might be, everybody works for me, right? Yeah. 6, spicy. Oh, nobody gets fired today. Really? No, that's the one thing I created for myself. I knew the ingredients I wanted, and I have more black pepper than she puts in, and yeah, I've got a different style of ginger that I like, so it's not exact. Sorry, Mom. This one I made myself. Okay, so now the tea is boiling. Does anybody want to smell this before I drop all the... Nobody's paying attention in this office. Nobody loves me. This is kind of evocative.
Gets the people going.
So it's about 4, so I've let this reduce a bit, and then I got, I don't know, 4 cups of milk. So about half and half. I'm gonna look at the color when she's finished, and then I'm gonna let this cook down. So this will cook down for probably, at least, I'd like to do it for 15, but I think I've only got like 10 to 15. So we'll let this go and boil. I gotta stay on it to make sure that it doesn't boil over and we get it down to a simmer, so. What is this, a watch pot never boils? So I'm screwed. I will say that making this after so many years, because back in the old days, when we go to the farmer's market to sell our chai, every morning we would make the chai before we would take it to the farmer's market, and we would put it in, we don't have any air pots. We put in air pots to sample out for people, right? And sell cups one at a time. And this smells very much like that. So kind of feeling a little emotional about all of this, because we don't do that anymore.
And traditionally, is it buffalo milk?
Yes, traditionally chai is made, a lot of India uses buffalo milk, which is higher in fat and more readily available. I'm not sure everywhere, and that's okay.
And reduction is always part of it? Is that for a texture thing?
I think that in the long term, if you can reduce it a bit, it thickens it up and it gives it a lot more body, and it over that time the tea extracts more, of course, and that's a good thing, and so does all of the goodness out of the spices. I think if you really, pun slightly intentional, boiled it down, this is like an energy drink or like a form of nutrition in India, because you have the fat from the milk, you have all the antioxidants and the goodness in the tea, plus a little caffeine, L-theanine, all of that other good stuff. And then all of the benefits of the spices, almost like in an Ayurvedic sense, that you get so much in there. And so when you have a cup of chai, yes, is it tasty? Sure. Yes, does it give you energy because of the caffeine? But there's a lot of other things going on there. And so I'm not surprised that it is so overwhelmingly consumed in India, and probably powers that nation full of people who probably don't get as much nutrition as they could, because it's still a fairly poor country. It's all right. It needs to be sweeter. More sugar, not sweet enough. There you go.
I'm gonna try making.
So Alicia wants to do this like series on social media about like back of the house kind of thing, like what happens behind the scenes, I guess is what's really called. And so she's like, when was the last time you actually made chai? Like physically made chai, like from scratch? And it's been over a decade. Because why, right? I was like, okay, well, we have the tea, we have the sugar, we have the masala, we have everything. How do we make it? So Kate and Jason went and got milk. And so here it is. And so in the meantime, while I was out and about, we got like Indian snacks, because that's kind of how you would have it. So if we were gonna do it, why not do it for everybody? And this is the end result. So you're the first. Yeah, if you've never seen it, have you ever seen chai boil for real life? Yeah, come on in.
well seasoned.
Looks good.
It looks like gravy.
Yeah, it should a little bit actually. So I'll tell you why that's rather apt. Because it's half milk, half water, right? And I'm using an Indian tea called CTC. It's Assam CTC. You've worked with it before. We use it for other applications. It's excellent for iced tea and a lot of other things. I'm using a smaller version than we normally would because we don't have it in-house. We could have used the Assam FTG FOP to make this, but I wanted it a little stronger on the tea, so I chose this. I didn't want to grind all of the chai spices because I still have a life. And you know, I still have work to do. It's because she dropped it on me. So you're using the chai steep that we cut next to here, right, in the back. And so we're using the chai steep, the sugar that we use. So basically from ingredients that I had, some milk from Safeway, and make chai, and then we'll see. I think we're ready. Okay, cross your fingers. Yes, that's the other thing to cross your fingers around, isn't it?
Oh my god.
As a person who has to sign the checks for that, yes. I've done this a time or two. So back in the old days, we would go to the farmer's market, right? And make chai to sample, not even to serve, but to sample. And this is basically a version of that. All right, this is the moment of truth. Smells right.
When chai is yummy, you can smell it.
It is yummy, actually. I can smell it, but it's really, really, really hot. This could go for a little longer, but it's a little strong. It's a little strong and it's a little bitter. The tea, so that's the difference. That little Assam CTC will go bitter like that. If it's too bitter for you, just let me know. We can add a little bit more milk and that should take the bitterness off. But yeah, she's ready to go. It's gonna be hot. I like it like this, but it is strong. And if anybody is really sensitive to caffeine, like any amount of it will keep you up at night, this will do it. This is very, very, okay.
Give it a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. It is very strong. I'm gonna go to the gym, so I'm gonna have a whole cup. Michael, you want some caffeine? Oh, yeah. I know you.
he's ready.
Michael was the least person I was concerned about. It's actually fine. I'm just being a pansy.
It's really good.
It is good. And if I had gotten the tea part right, is it sweet enough? I didn't want to make it too sweet.
That's good. Perfectly sweet.
Yeah.
Especially after the spice of the snack.
That's what the point is. Oh, wow, I did it. Oh, she's gone. Is the camera rolling?
Yeah.
It's on? Damn it. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Does anybody know how many chai cups we make in a year?
What?
Do you know how many cups of chai we make in a year? Out of here? It'll probably be 8 to 9 million this year. It's a far cry from doing this at the farmer's market and like selling 20 little packages of chai like, oh, here you go. Yep, you can thank Alicia for dragging me out. I was like, if I'm going to do the chai, you might as well do it the whole way, which is with the spices and the snacks and the thing and that, because that's really how it's consumed in India. Breakfast, afternoon, this is what chai is all about. Nice. Yeah. At least that's how I got started, because I didn't really know how to make anything. Mm-hmm. And my parents would be like, oh, can you just make chai? Like I was 10 years old. Can you just make us chai while we were working and then we could take a break? So they didn't have to break to make chai and break, right? It gave them longer to sit during their breaks. So I would make the chai. And here we are. I bet they regret it because they wanted me to be a doctor.
It's your fault.
Why are we doing this? It's just like, and I know we're just getting a break, but like it's a little 5-minute break to have a little something to eat, a little something to drink, a little caffeine, a little fat, a little sugar, all kinds of good stuff in it, make you feel good, and back at whatever you got to do, good or bad. All right, well, we're pouring our final cups of chai for our crew. Alicia, I really want to thank you for triggering this, right, to make chai from scratch unexpectedly without knowing that I was going to have to do it this morning. But we rallied together. We used the masala that we have been using, the recipe and that version for 30 years. we went back to the original store to get our Indian snacks, which was from 28 years ago. You know, somebody rallied. We got the milk from the grocery store, and we had all the other ingredients in-house. And this was amazing. It brought back a lot of memories of when we used to do this at the farmer's market and when we used to do this at different times during our journey. We don't do it anymore, so I'm really glad to have brought it back. So thanks. I hope everybody enjoys this episode, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do more behind the scenes. Cheers.